Welcome everybody, this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and we are playing Time Travel Baseball. This is game 4 of a championship series between the 76 Reds visiting the 1986 Mets. It is Fred Norman versus Sid Fernandez, and let's get started. It's going to be Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. And it's Rose at third base, Griffey in right field, Morgan at second base, Foster in the left field, bench at catcher. Batting 6th is Perez, the first baseman. Batting 7th is Dave Concepcion. The shortstop. Batting 8th is the center fielder, Geronimo. And batting 9th is Fred Norman. Let's do this. It's Sid Fernandez on the mound. He's a lefty. And the way you play time travel baseball is you read the higher die first. And if it's blue is the pitcher and white is the batter. And that's how you know who you read, which card you read off of. It's going to be a 4, Sid Fernandez. That's going to be a deep fly ball. Rose strokes one into right center field, and right there is Strawberry. The outfield for the Mets is Mitchell in left field, Strawberry in right, and the center fielder is Dykstra. So that is an F9, one down. Ken Griffey with an 11, but that's off Fernandez, and that's a swing and a miss, and Griffey goes down on strikes, 2 down. Joe Morgan's next. Pitch to Morgan, and that is a 5 off the pitcher, and that is ball 4. So Morgan's on with a walk. And next is George Foster. He hit a 2-run double in yesterday's game. The 76 Reds beat the Mets in last night's game by a score of 5-2 in 10 innings. That's going to be the white is higher, so we're going to read it off the batter. It's a total of 6. And the 6 is going to be a line drive base hit, left center field. And stopping at second is Morgan. We'll double check that real quick. Single. Yep. Advances 1 base. And here's Johnny Bench. So 2 on, 2 out. Here's a pitch from Fernandez. And that is a 6 off Fernandez's card. And that's a sharply hit ground ball to the shortstop. Santana flips to Tuffel, 6-4, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, and a couple left. And we move to the bottom of the first with no score, and the Mets coming to bat. And for the Mets, it's going to be Lenny Dykstra, the center fielder, Tim Tuffel at second base, Hernandez, the first baseman, Strawberry, the right fielder, batting cleanup, Hojo at third base, batting 5th. Batting 6th is Gary Carter. Kevin Mitchell, left fielder. Rafael Santana, shortstop. And Sid Fernandez, batting 9th. Pitcher, here's Fred Norman. Lefty Norman. And that's an 11. That's going to be a base hit for a little ground ball and through into center field for Dykstra. So he's on with a single. Next is Tim Tuffel. Here's a pitch to Tuffel. That is an 8 off Tuffel, and that is a chopper back to the pitcher. Norman turns around, fires it to Concepcion, and there's no throw to first on that. Going in hard is Dykstra. Nails. And here's Keith Hernandez with a runner on first. Here's a pitch. And that is going to be a 4, and it's a slow ground ball to the second baseman. That will allow Tuffel to move to second, so we got a runner in scoring position for Darryl Strawberry. And that is a 7, but off Strawberry, and that's a high fly. With plenty of room is the right fielder, Griffey, and makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. We go to top of the second. And here is Fernandez. That's a 4 off Fernandez, and that is a deep fly ball. Bench, not bench, but Perez drives one left center field, and on the run is Mitchell, and he tracks it down, 1 down. That's a 4, and that will be off Concepcion, who's up now. And a 4, and that will be a deep fly ball again to left center field. And there is Mitchell, back-to-back putouts for the left fielder for the Mets. And here is Cesar Geronimo, lefty batter. That's a 34 or a 7 off of the batter, so that is going to be a fly ball. Shallow center, racing in is Dykstra, makes the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to bottom of the second. No score. Ray Knight. Let's do this for Norman to Ray Knight. And it was almost Snake Eyes. It's going to be a 4, and that's a slow ground ball to the left side, third baseman. Rose throws out. No, that should have been Hojo. But regardless, it's off the pitcher card. So let's fix the lineup. So that would have been Hojo. Now it's Gary Carter for Norman. And that's a 6 Carter. That's ball 4. So Carter walks. So the Mets have a runner, base runner. Kevin Mitchell's up next. He's a right-handed hitter. And that's a 10. That's a swing and a miss. And he goes down on strikes. 2 down. And here's Rafi Santana. Rafi Santana with an 8 off Santana's cart. And that's chopped to the first baseman. And Perez steps on the bag. No runs, no hits. We go to the top of the third. Pitcher started leading us off. And that is a 4 off the pitcher card. And that is a ground ball to first base. Fernandez. 1 down. Next is Pete Rose. And that is a 7. We're going to pull a gamble card. Nobody's on base, and it says ball skips past first baseman's legs unless he is a star. And he is a star 3, so he makes a great play and flips to the pitcher covering. And that retires the side. Well, no, that's 2 outs. So great play by Keith Hernandez. And here's Ken Griffey. Pitch from Fernandez. That's a 6 off the pitcher, and that is, again, a sharp grounder right back at Fernandez, who throws out Griffey, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. All right, pitcher in the bottom of the third, leading off. So it's Fernandez. Here's a pitch from Norman. That's a 5, and that's strike 3. That is the second strikeout for Norman. Next is Dykstra, and that is a double. So we're going to pull a card and see its batter. So 4-4 is a deep fly ball to right center field. On the run is Griffey, and he tracks it down. So Dykstra gives it a ride, but Griffey read it well off the bat. And that's a Snake Eyes. So we're going to pull a card, and it's off the pitcher. No, yep, it's off the pitcher card. Snake Eyes is a drive. And that's going to be 1 hop off the wall. So Tim Tuffel drives one, and he's going to get a double, a 2-out double out of it. So he's on at second base for Keith Hernandez. So lefty on lefty. Here's a pitch to Hernandez, and that is an 8 off Hernandez's card, and that's sharply hit to second base. Morgan throws out Hernandez. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, no score. All right, top of the fourth, and that is a 10, but this will be a no. It's taken away. Strike 3. That is a splits platoon strikeout. And here's George Foster with a 10 again, and that is a short single, but this time it's going to be a base hit. Little looper that drops in. So Foster's on with a single. Next is Johnny Bench. Good power. And that is a 7. We're going to pull a card with a runner on first, and that's a double to right. Pitcher and batter are both lefty or both righty. Hard ground ball. The second base. No, that would be a splits, but we don't get that. So it's going to be a double to right field, and that will... runner scores on that. So F runner scores. Let's see. He should be an F. Foster should be an F. He is an F, so he will score on that. RBI double. That's the first run of the game. This is the Mets have their backs to the wall. This is an elimination game for the Mets. 1-0. And next is Tony Perez. And that is a 9er off Perez's card. That's sharply hit. Shortstop will look bench back to second base. 2 down. And here's Dave Concepcion with a 4 off Concepcion's card. That's a deep fly ball, left field. Kevin Mitchell in the corner and makes the catch with his glove, not with his bare hand. So that's 1 run on 2 hits, and the Reds take the lead. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Norman versus Strawberry, Hojo, and Carter. Oh, that is trouble there. That is trouble, my friend. That's a drive over the center fielder's head. And that will be a double for Strawberry. Leadoff double. Tying run is on second base now. And getting it in quickly is Geronimo. Here's Howard Johnson. And that's 3-3. We're going to pull a card again, see what the picture shows us. Picture shows us a pitcher, and the 3-3 is ball 4. So that puts runners on first and second for the 86 Mets here in the bottom of the 4th. They're down 1-0. Next is Gary Carter. Gary Carter is 0 for... No, he's actually walked in his only at bat. So here's a pitch. Oh, and that's a 9, and 9 is a chopper. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-6. And runners on first and third. Infield's going to be in for Kevin Mitchell. Pitch to Mitchell. And it's a 3. That's going to be off Mitchell. And that is a drive in the gap. And that's going to bounce off the wall. Played by the center fielder Geronimo. 1 run scores. And Carter's going to stop at third base. So it's going to be second and third now. The Mets have tied the game. That's a pop fly double. Yep. So 1 out. Runners on second and third. Infield is still in. Here's Rafi Santana. And that is a 5, and that is strike 3. And he gets Santana swinging. High fastball. And that was a pitcher. And that is a 7. We're going to pull a gamble card. And with a runner at third base, it's a slow ground ball, second base, close. Ball bounds through infield and dies in shallow center field double. All right. Slow ground ball. Let me see what that... Never seen that before. Close. I'm going to look that up in a second. See what that means. Joe Morgan. Let me see if there's anything I can identify here as being close. I don't know what the term is. Term is not there. Let's see the other chart. Otherwise, I'm just going to play it as a ground out. Okay, let's see. Close. The whole chart here of terms. I just don't know what close means. What does that mean? Close. No, there's nowhere here. So what is that? Let me see again. Runner on third, slow ground. Yeah, second base, close equals ball bounds through infield and dies in shallow center field. Double. All runners score. Oh, third baseman close. Let's see what the third baseman is. The only other thing I could do is look at the rules to see if that term shows up. I'm obviously not going to give myself a hit unless I know what it means. So I would obviously have to take it out. Let's see what that term close means. Never heard of that. Alert, tough, careless, hard luck, tough. Have all those. It's a weird one. Never seen that before. So we're just going to make that an out. We're going to move on. That's the third out of the inning. Little ground ball to Joe Morgan. Steps on the bag for the force. And we move on. I'm not going to worry about it. So it is, I guess, it's going to be 4-3. All right, because there's runners on second and third. All right, so it's going to be 1 run on 2 hits. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's all tied at 1. Here's Cesar Geronimo with a 9. And it's a hard hit ground ball to the second baseman, Tuffel. Throws out Geronimo. Next is the pitcher, Norman. Norman with a 7, but it's off Norman's card, which is a high fly, center field. Right there is Dykstra, 2 down. And Perez. Perez is 0 for 2, and that's a 6 off the pitcher. Sharply hit up the middle, and Santana gets there, fires the first, just gets Rose. Bottom of the 5th. Dykstra leading off. He's 1 for 2. Tuffel and Fernandez. See if the Mets can get their offense going here. In this elimination game, that's an 8. That's a hard hit ground ball to Morgan, who gets there, sets his feet, throws out. Dykstra. Here's Tuffel. Tuffel has doubled today. That's a 10. That's a base hit. So he's 2 for 3. Tuffel on first. And here's Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez with a 7. We're going to pull a card there on that. I don't know what that close means. That's something I have to ask. And we're going to pull a card on the 7 with a runner at first. Pitcher is working hard with a bad pitcher is working with a bad cold to replace him. Workhorse stays in the game. He's not a workhorse, so he's going to get replaced. Tough becomes an ace. All right, so we're going to pull the pitcher. And it's going to be McInerney. Actually, let's start with Bourbon. So he went 4.1, and here is Bourbon. So Norman is out. Bourbon is in. And here goes. Pitch to, oh, that's a 10, and that is going to be a base hit single, short single. Stopping at second is Tuffel. Back-to-back singles with 1 out, and here comes Darryl Strawberry. That's going to be a 6 off of Strawberry. That's ball 4. That loads the bases. And infield is halfway. Still early. We're trying to get out of this, prevent a big inning. Still early, 5th inning. So let's try to get double play here. It's a 7. That's not going to happen. So we're going to pull a card, and we're going to look. It's a gamble card with the bases loaded. That means running with the chopper to first, infield close. I guess that means infield in. That's what that meant. Infield is not in, double. Pass first base, 3D, D6 stretches into a triple. A D3 or D6 stretches it into a triple. Those are defensive numbers, I believe. So infield is not close, so I'm going to make it a chop. A chop ground out to first base with the infield close. It's not close. So equals a double, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Now, the infield is not close, so they're going to try for the double play, and they're not going to get it. So the go-ahead runner is going to score. It's going to be a 4-6. RBI there. Run scores. Tuffel scores. RBI number 2, and is first and third. And here's Gary Carter. Pitch from Bourbon. A 7 off Carter, and that's a high fly. Center field. Geronimo there. And that ends the inning, but the Mets pick up a run on a couple of hits. And we go top of the 6th. Perez. Actually, it's Griffey leading it off with a 5. And that's a base hit up the middle. And Griffey with a good lead. Throwing overs. Fernandez goes over again. Griffey in back head first. Just got in. And here's the pitch to Morgan. There goes Griffey. Throw down from Carter, and he is safe. Stolen base. Tying run is at second base now, just like that. That is going to be a 3, and that is a base hit. Short single, and that, I believe, will score. No, runners advance 1 base, so that's going to put runners on first and third. That's going to force the Mets to actually play the infield in this case. See what happens. And that is a 9 off Foster. That's a sharply hit ground ball, and I believe that will create a, with nobody out, one of my rules is you hold on that. And with the infield in, unfortunately, that creates a scenario where it's going to be 1 play, and that's the first. It's going to be a 6-3. Runner holds with nobody out. Runner holds now with 1 out. Runner attempts to move second and third we are going to walk bench, and we are going to look for the double play with infield halfway. That is a 5. It's going to be off Perez. That's a base hit single, and that'll score 2 runs, I think. Yep. That will score a 2-run single with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Puts the Reds up by a score of 3-2 in this elimination game. So 2 RBIs, 2 and 3 come in. And up to the plate comes Dave Concepcion. Sid Fernandez is going to get replaced. So that's all for Sid Fernandez. And who are you going to call in this situation? It is a righty. We're going to get Roger Mcdowell. So Roger McDowell is going to come in. And we're going to bring in Ed Hearn. We're going to pull a double switch. So Ed Hearn comes in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gary Carter will be out. All right, and it's going to be Roger McDowell. So Fernandez goes 5.1. Against Dave Concepcion with only 1 out. And runs on first and second. Here's the pitch from McDowell. That is a 7. We're going to pull a gamble card with a runner on second. That's a fly ball center field, and if he's careless, it's going to be an error. But no, that's right there is Dykstra nails, and he makes the catch. 2 down, and here's Geronimo. A pitch to Geronimo, and oh, that's trouble. That's a 66, and that is going to be trouble. It's to the batter, and that's a short single. And that will load up the bases, I believe. Short single with 2 outs, daring runner on second, scores. Let's find out if bench is not daring. So bases will be loaded for the pitcher, Norman. And we will let him bat. That's a 7 off Norman. That's a fly ball. Right there is Mitchell to retire the side. So 2 runs. The Reds take the lead on 4 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Kevin Mitchell leading it off against Bourbon. I thought it was Norman, but it's Bourbon. So let's do that for it. There we go. All right. And that is a 5 off Mitchell, and that is a strikeout. So Bourbon strikes out Mitchell to start the inning. Here's Santana. Santana with an 11 off Santana. That's a base hit. And he muscled one into left field. Drops in front of the left fielder, Foster. Santana's on at first, and here comes Ed Hearn. Has a little bit of power. And we don't get it there. That's an 8. That's going to be a deep fly ball, left field. Back goes Foster to the track and hauls it in. And here comes Lenny Dykstra. And that is an 8 off Dykstra. That's a hard hit ground ball to the second baseman. Flips to shortstop covering, and that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. Go to top of the 7th. 3-2. Reds. 86 Reds versus the 76 Reds versus the 86 Mets. That's a 22. We're going to have to pull a card for that. Let's see who it's off of. It will be off the batter. 22 is a line out. So hit it on the screws, but right at L4 at the second baseman. King Griffey. Oh, with a 7, we're going to pull a card and read it. Ball caroms off the third base, right to shortstop, who throws him out. So it's going to be a 5-6-3. Not a double play. It's just 2 out. And here's Joe Morgan. That is double 3s, which you pull the card. It's the pitcher. 3-3 is strike 3, and Morgan swings and misses at a slider. And Morgan heads back to the bench. No runs, no hits. And we move to the bottom of the 7th, Tuffel. It's going to be Tuffel Hernandez and Strawberry. Here's pitch. And that is a 6 off Tuffel, and it's a hard hit ground ball right at the shortstop. Concepcion throws out Tuffel. Keith Hernandez next. Keith Fernandez with a 9, and that is a chopper. Comebacker to Bourbon. Bourbon makes the play. This will be the last inning for Bourbon, and here comes Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry, that looks like something or other. That looks like a 7, but it's off of Strawberry, so that's a high fly. Center field. Right there, Cesar Geronimo, no runs, no hits, and we'll have a new pitcher for next inning. And it will be McInerney. So Bourbon went 2.2. And McInerney is next. But we'll go to the top of the inning, top of the 8th. Mcdowell has gone 1.2. And we'll switch him out. We got righties coming up. We're going to bring in Sisk. Pitch to Foster, George Foster with a 7. We're going to pull a card. Single. Center fielder overruns the ball. Batter takes second. Faster, daring batter takes third. That's careless, but we aren't careless, so it's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Foster's on with a single. Johnny bench. Pitch to bench. Ooh, I thought that was... And it's going to be a hard hit ground ball right to shortstop Santana. He flips to Tuffel. Throw to Hernandez, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. They turn it. 2 out. Nobody on. Here's Perez. Perez was with a 5 off Perez, and that's a base hit. Lines one to left center field. Played by Mitchell, gets it into Santana. And here's Dave Concepcion with a 7. We're going to pull a card with a runner on first. 7 is a gamble. Take a gamble card, runner on first, single, runner to third. Tough pitcher. Is he tough? Oh, he is tough. Kept the runner close to the bag and is out trying for third. So single to right field, so it's going to be a 9-5. And that's going to retire the side. No runs on 3 hits. Bottom of the 8th. Great throw by the right fielder, Strawberry. They're going to start respecting his arm after throws like that. And here is Hojo leading us off against Will McInerney. That is a 3, and that is a walk. So tying run is on at first. Remember, it's a 3-2 game. Pitcher's up. And we just brought in Sisk, so we will bunt. Not really a good bunter, but we're going to bunt. So pitcher Sisk. And he will bunt. Let's get the bunt chart. I got a brand new bunt chart that Philippe gave me. See if I can find it. Looking for the brand new bunt chart I have. See if I can track it down. Bunt, that's not the new one that I just got. It's the old one, classic one. Ah, here it is. Okay. So what do we roll? We rolled an 8. Did we roll? I don't even remember. Yeah, we did roll an 8. And sacrifice flying, and 8 is 2 strikes. So we will bunt, we will square again, see what happens. And that is a 6 this time. That should be a good bunt, and it is. Right back to the pitcher, over to first. All right, that puts runner on second base. Tying run. Kevin Mitchell is up against the lefty Mcdowell. Here's a pitch. Oh, and that's a 5-5. Let's pull a card, see who it's going to be read off of. And it's going to be read off of the batter, and a 5-5 is lined, and this could be a double play. They could catch Hojo napping if it's a pitcher card, and it is not, so it's going to be a line out. L4, actually L6, and now it's Rafi Santana. Pitch to Santana, and that's a 9. Sharp ground out, and that's the shortstop. Concepcion throws out. Santana retires the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, man left on. And we go to the top of the 9th. Doug Siska still in there. He's going to face Cesar Geronimo. This is the Mets with their backs to the wall here. This is the elimination game. That is a 6 off Geronimo, and that is ball 4. So the pitcher's up, McInerney, and we're going to bring in a pinch hitter here because we got the closer coming in the 9th. It's going to be Eastwick. And we're going to go to Armbruster as a pinch hitter. Let's see, we should grab a fine bunter actually. Let's grab a fine bunter. Do I have a fine bunter is the question. Doug Flynn, not a fine bunter either. Holy smokes. Don't have a fine bunter. So, I'm just going to, you know what? I hate to use him and then bunt with him. Let me bring in Flynn and use Flynn to bunt with Flynn. So Doug Flynn's going to pinch hit. And we're bunting. That is, oh, that's a 12, and that will be a 6-6 soft line out. Sacrifice bunt, soft line out, batter out, alert defense, runner on first is doubled off. So it's a sacrifice bunt attempt, and it's a line out, and they're going to catch the runner at first base napping, and it's going to be a runner on first is doubled off. I guess it'll be a 1-1-3 double play. So that's 2 outs, and here comes Pete Rose. Pitch from Sisk, and that's a 6. 6 is ball 4. That's 2 walks in this inning. And here's Ken Griffey. Going to bring in Orozco. We got to get out of this inning and keep it at 1 run if we're going to have any chance of coming back here. Jesse Orozco's coming in to face the lefty. And here goes. That is a 9 off Orozco, and that's a sharp grounder to second base. Tuffel throws him out, and that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, a couple walks, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. This is last licks for the Mets. It's going to be Ed Hearn starting us off. The Mets are down by a run, 3-2. The big hit was Tony Perez's bases loaded 2-run single in the 6th inning. And here goes. Let's do this. That is a 2-2. We're going to pull a card. It's off the pitcher, and that is a strikeout. Eastwick gets Hearn. Ed Hearn swings and misses at a curveball. And here is Lane Dykstra, the one out. That's double 4s, and that's usually a strikeout. And it is strike 3, back-to-back Ks for Eastwick. So it's down to, and we're going to bring in Lee Mazzilli. Maz is going to pinch hit. This is the Mets are down to their last batter. They've struggled playing the Reds all year. Here's the pitch from Eastwick, and it's a 7, but it's going to be off Mazzilli. It's popped up, high fly, center field. Geronimo, plenty of room, and that's the ball game. The Reds win it. They win the championship. And Mets just did not have the offense. Well, did not have the offense going. So its final score is going to be no runs, no hits. It's going to be 3-2. And how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits for the Reds. No errors. And hits for the Mets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits for the Mets. No errors. Its final score. Reds win the championship. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Mets 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The win is going to go to Bourbon. Save goes to Eastwick. Loss will go to, that was in top of the 6th. Yep, loss will go to Fernandez. Thanks for watching.